All right. Do you want to pull into Nothing Bundt Cakes and I'll buy a cake really quick and then we can switch?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
Why do you want a cake? Just because?
Because we're here.
Another beautiful day in Texas.
Oh wait, let me take my sunglasses off. Can you just like throw those in the back?
Yes,
somewhere.
Another beautiful day in Texas.
It's a great day to be testing a Toyota TRD Pro, 2018 Toyota TRD Pro.
4Runner.
4Runner, yeah, specifically.
We're testing their entire Toyota racing development line. Big day.
The turd line.
Yeah, I can't not see that when I see TRD. Sorry, Toyota. Base price for one of these is around $35,000, right?
Yes, yeah, it's $35,000 for the base Toyota 4Runner.
As this one stands, it's closer to like 50.
53.
53.
Yeah. So this is a $53,000 model, spec'd out. That's the top of the line TRD Pro version of the 4Runner. Mm-hmm. Now it ranges in between a lot. Toyota makes a lot of different trims of the 4Runner, but yeah, as this one stands, $53K. Okay. So not cheap.
Not cheap for an SUV. Reasonable. I mean, you could that's like comparable to some of the lesser expensive SUVs, but for an off-road vehicle, which I think that's more of what this is supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit pricey.
It's a little pricey, especially when you compare to a Jeep Wrangler. Base price of Wranglers, I mean, they start at like $30,000.
Yeah.
For like the really, really base two-door models, which definitely aren't as practical as this. If you go out to the Rubicon, though, even the Rubicon is about $45,000 starting, which is still cheaper than this. This is also about the same price as a Ford F-150 Raptor.
Oh boy.
The Raptors start about $50,000 to $55,000 as well.
Now the Raptors can get super pricey though.
Yeah, they can go up much beyond that, but again, like base price of a Ford Raptor is
comparable to this.
It's comparable to this, yeah.
Where do we want to start? Looks? We usually start with looks.
Yeah, looks are good, and this is a two-sided coin because I think the outside and the inside are very different.
Yeah.
On the outside, this looks fantastic.
I'd say so. I love the front. I love the little cutouts by the headlights. I think that makes it look really unique and aggressive.
But on that flip side, on the interior, this is very dated looking.
Yeah.
It just looks old. It's a little plasticky and a little cheap feeling inside, if I'm being honest.
In some places.
In some places,
I mean, the looks are kind of cool in some spots. Like they've got this fake brushed aluminum spot here on the dash on the passenger side, which is kind of cool. But you touch it and you can tell it's just very cheap plastic.
Yeah.
And then it's got this faux, I assume it's fake carbon fiber here.
Oh, yeah.
Carbon fiber dipped or whatever.
Cup holders.
Carbon fiber pattern around the cup holders.
The infotainment is also like, it's just very primitive and basic, I would describe it as. It does have a GPS and a navigation system that you can use integrated into it, but it's just small and for me not entirely helpful.
Yeah, it's got some features. It'll show you the weather and that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, there's not a lot of features at all in this. It has no adaptive cruise control.
Wow.
No lane assist. It's lacking a lot of kind of standard things that modern cars have. So like the technology in this car is cool for off-roading because it does have Bilstein shocks. Yeah. It does have crawl control.
That's cool.
And it has actually a manual lever that you use to shift between four-wheel drive and regular. Yeah. Like two-wheel.
So this is a purpose-built machine. It's just lacking some of the modern conveniences.
In a lot of ways, this interior has not been updated very much since the 2010 model year.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why it feels the way it does. However, Toyota is redesigning this in 2020, apparently. So the 4Runner will get a fresh new interior next year.
2020 is going to be a good year. I feel like it's a good restart year for a lot of cars. Like we're getting the Bronco, we're getting the hybrid Mustang thing,
the Tesla Roadster.
A
lot of good stuff is coming in 2020.
Yeah. Stay tuned. That's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, and also to be fair, like this is a Toyota, and the reliability and the resale value are both very high on this. Mm-hmm. So for somebody who's in the market for a car that's just, or an SUV rather, that's really reliable and that is going to be very practical and have very high resale value, they're not really going to care about, I feel like, not going to care about the interior quality of this.
Yeah.
Because 10 years from now, this is still going to feel dated, but no one cares.
That's true.
Because it's a practical, reliable car.
You know you're going to get another 50, 100, 200,000 miles out of it, even secondhand.
Yeah, so, and, you know, Toyota keeping it simple in here fits into that philosophy.
Yeah, you're not going to have any, like, super fancy parts that are going to break and be fiddly to deal with and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
That being said, you could look at that as an excuse for Toyota to say, yeah, this is entirely practical, so we're going to spend a whole lot less on the interior.
Yeah, there's that side of the coin, too.
Yeah.
There's two takes to everything, I guess.
Yeah. First impressions. Doesn't feel as slow as I thought it would feel. It doesn't feel underpowered.
Yeah, it's not slow,
so
but...
This guy's got a V6, 270 horsepower, 270 something.
278 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah. A little light for a car of this size, but it doesn't feel like it suffers.
Yeah, you can get going if you're getting on the highway and you need to get in front of somebody really quick. You can do it.
Yeah. I really like both the ride height and steering response and just how it feels to drive this thing. Like, I generally don't care for trucks all that much, but this one's nice. Other cool little factoids about this: locking rear differential.
Yeah, you have a locking rear diff. You also have a terrain management system, which is pretty dope.
That's handy.
So you can adjust it to whether you're driving over different types of terrain, like sand or snow or Rocks. Yeah, those are the three: sand, rocks, and snow are the three you can choose.
That's pretty cool. I mean, hopefully they add driving over wind feature. That's pretty dope.
I mean, it'd be cool if this could fly, I guess.
Plenty of storage space, I would say, all around the car, including here in the center console. Mm-hmm. The glove box is surprisingly small. That's like as small as the Polaris Slingshot, honestly.
Wow, really?
Or almost, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, which is really surprising. This actually feels like the cheapest bit in the entire cabin is the glove box.
Yeah, I like how you have two ports. What is it? It's like two electrical outlets
in the back. Yeah,
for passengers.
You've got your standard is it AC or DC? I'm not an electrical boy. It's your standard house plug back there, which is really cool.
And you got two of them, which is nice.
Yeah, so you can, if you've got a passenger who needs to do some work on their laptop, they can just plug it right in.
Or
in
two
the back.
passengers.
Yeah, right in the back of the car.
Do it, yeah.
That single-handedly makes it a great road trip car for me.
Yeah, I would actually say this would be a really good road trip car. And again, not to compare it too much with the Jeep, but it would be better than that.
Agreed, yeah.
It's comfier, it's quieter.
More room. Electrical outlets.
Just all around nicer for that.
Yeah. And you've got, if I can reach, success. You got two cup holders in the armrest back there.
Nice.
Which is really nice.
This just feels a lot smoother in comparison to a Wrangler.
Yeah. It feels a bit more responsive too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's more responsive, it's smoother, it's quieter, it's more pleasant driving. Mm-hmm. So if that's kind of what you're looking for, or you care more, if you're going to be commuting a lot, I'd probably take this over a Wrangler.
It doesn't drift at all. Like the steering wheel, in some of the cars we've driven, there's a little bit of play, like 2 or 3 degrees of play on either side. This is rock solid. Mm-hmm. And when you start giving it some input, it will turn immediately, which is great. All right, so back on some more curvy roads here, talk just a little bit more about performance and handling. This doesn't feel like it wants to roll nearly as much as the Jeep does, but I still wouldn't take these turns at much more than the posted speed limit, which is 25.
One other thing is, unlike the Jeep, or the Tacoma for that matter, that you can get in a manual transmission, this only comes in a 5-speed automatic transmission.
5-speed automatic.
5-speed automatic. So that's a little dated.
Yeah.
And I also found out that this does not have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
All right, so as a complete package, specs-wise, very outdated, this car.
Yes, very outdated inside.
Yeah, it's not what you're getting it for.
Yeah,
honestly.
you're getting this to off-road. You should get this to off-road because if you're not going to off-road it, you should just get the base TRD.
Yeah.
There's no reason to get the TRD Pro unless you just think it looks that cool and you're willing to drop like $20,000 more on something just because it looks cooler.
Yeah.
Which if you're that guy, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, do your thing, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't. So I'd only get this if you're really actually going to take it seriously off-roading.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think it's worth that $20,000 upgrade if you're not.
Yeah. Okay, we've come to the hardest part. Gotta rate it.
All right, so JT, the first thing we're going to do and talk about here is performance.
It's tough to say with any certainty because we haven't taken this thing off-road.
It looks capable. It looks mean.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of opportunity for us where we live to take it seriously off-roading.
Yeah, we would get shot if we tried. In terms of just driving it around town and dealing with your regular commute potholes and all that stuff, it's pretty capable, honestly. I wish it had a little bit more power to get up to speed on the highway, but it's not sluggish. It's not slow. I'm going to give it, based solely on what we've used it for today, I'll give it a 6.
I'm going to go and give it a 5.
Wow.
Which is a little harsher. The speed and everything else holds it back for me on performance. Now that leads us into being practical. And as a practical car, I think this is perfect. I think this is about the most practical vehicle you can own. I think this is great, and I'm going to give it a 10.
Wow. I'm going to dock it just a little bit. I'm going to give it a 9 because this car is not fast, so it would not suffer if it were to be made a hybrid, which would give it much better gas mileage.
That's fair. I am partially a Toyota fanboy, to be fair.
That's understandable.
Also,
yeah.
So like that, maybe I'm a little biased, maybe towards Toyotas, but still, I'm going to stick with that. And this leads us next into value, which is debatable because yes, it has a very high resale value, but
it's got a high price to begin with.
It's got a high price. Yes, it's almost $55,000 for this TRD Pro spec. You can get cars or vehicles or SUVs for less that have nicer interiors.
You can.
Which docks the value for me, but still, it's a Toyota and the resale value and everything else. I mean, I'd give it like a 6.5, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say a 6.
And, okay, that brings us into the cool factor next, which is kind of It does look cool.
Yeah.
Especially if you got this in the blue paint with the black trim. I think this would look fantastic.
Yeah.
But this doesn't attract that much attention. I think people would say this is a cool car. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But it's not going to turn any heads if you roll up to the club in this.
Yeah, I'm probably going to give it a 3, honestly.
So 3 from JT. I think I'd give it I think I'd go a little higher with a 4, personally. Just because of the off-road capabilities, which is cool to me. Now, we've already kind of touched on this a bit, but we're going to talk about quality next, which for me is a little low. This interior is dated. The navigation is clunky. The dials are clunky.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go with a 6. I don't know.
It's not terrible.
I know, it's really not terrible.
I'm going to give it a 6.5.
I'll go with a 6.
That's because it's got leather-wrapped bits, and there aren't that many cheap plastic pieces. There are a few, and yeah, you got to dock it for the old-fashioned choices and the dials and all that stuff. But
yeah,
overall, it's not terrible.
And then that brings us to the fun factor next, which is also kind of, I mean, if you're driving this and you're not off-roading, it's very minimal.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's very tame and calm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say boring is not the right word. It's
tame and calm.
Yeah,
is probably how I would describe it.
It's not an exciting ride.
No. I think I'm going to go with a 5 on fun factor, just, again, for the similar reason I did the performance. No, this is not a fun car when you're not off-roading, but I know when you're off-roading it, yes, it's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd stick with a 5 on that.
I'm going to give it a 4, because driving it around town, not fun.
No.
Pleasant. Definitely pleasant. Like, I enjoy driving it around, but it's not fun.
Yeah. Okay, so with our scores added together, average score out of 60 is a 35.5, which is pretty good.
That's solid.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid numbers, mostly due to the practicality.
Yeah, that carried it.
Yeah, the practicality carried this thing. If it wasn't for that, this would be much lower.
It'd be an overwhelmingly mediocre car.
Yes, yeah. If you're in the market for something that's going to last you like a decade, 10 years.
This is a solid choice.
Yeah, this is a solid choice to last you for a long time and maybe have some fun off-roading and still keep your warranty and be reliable at the same time.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is something that we're getting better at reviewing the less exciting cars. We review a lot of sports cars and they're a lot of fun, but I think the average person is going to get a lot of value out of reviewing a car like this.
Yep.
So if you liked it, stay tuned for more videos coming your way, and we will see you in the next episode.
Yep, see you guys then.
There's one thing I know. It's cars. You know who else knows a lot about cars? CuriosityStream. CuriosityStream is the world's first streaming service for people who actually like to learn stuff. They have thousands of documentaries and nonfiction titles from some of the world's best filmmakers. If you like our show, you'll love their speed category. It's got a ton of content on cars and other things that go fast. We've recently partnered with CuriosityStream to help build Nebula, our new streaming service. Nebula is a streaming video platform built by and for independent creators. Because we all appreciate how supportive our fans are, CuriosityStream is offering a free Nebula subscription with every purchase of a year-long CuriosityStream membership. With this bundle, you get the best of both worlds. CuriosityStream is home to high production value documentaries and nonfiction work, whereas Nebula is a place for educational YouTubers to try new things and experiment with different formats, things the YouTube algorithm would punish us for. CuriosityStream loves independent creators and wants to help us grow our platform, so they're offering Grand Theft Auto fans free access to Nebula when you sign up at curiositystream.com/GTA. When you sign up for CuriosityStream, you get instant access to thousands of nonfiction titles, and you'll get to watch a bunch of new episodes from Grand Theft Auto months before they hit YouTube, plus lots of other great Nebula originals. By signing up for CuriosityStream, you'll be helping not only GTA, but the entire educational community, as we work together to build a place where we can create exciting new content that just wouldn't be possible on YouTube. Give it a try by signing up using the link below. We promise you'll love it.